Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, Leana's Corner. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for popping in to see what I am showing you today. And if you are one of my returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. So today is the 1st of September here in Australia, and also means the 1st of spring as well. So can't believe we are in September already. So in this video I'm going to be showing you cross stitching I've done for the month of August, and also some sewing I've done in August as well. But I'll start with cross stitching first, so if you don't want to see the sewing you can skip that part. So what I did for whip go, 20 and 25 is core, and if you don't know what whip go is a board 1 to 25 numbers. 25 numbers hit cord. You put whatever project you want in each box, and then you just wait for Jessie Marie to call that number out. She calls two numbers per month, and you work on whatever goals you set for yourself in that month. So the first one I want to show you is number 25, Peppermint Purple cell. My goal was to do as many boxes I could to catch up, because I got behind in the 2021 one. But when I started doing it again, I didn't really feel it, and I didn't want to work on it anymore. So I decided to finish the box I was doing and just cut it out. So I got the fabric for another time, and then I went and put it in my book. So I did 5. I did those 3. I'm not sure the other 2 I did. If I have a photo, which I should, I will put it up. So that's what I did. I cut it out and added it into my book with a little thing of why excuse me, it's only like that for. I have since seen others show their 2021 off fully, and they've done an amazing job, but I wasn't feeling this anymore, and it's no point doing something that is not making you happy. So the next one was number 20, and I chose Hazel World. That's what it's going to look like. It's a Heaven and Earth design. It was a freebie. I don't know if it's still free anymore. And my goal was 1,000 stitches, and I did 1,631, and I will add the photo as well. But there he is. So his face is coming out. So that's all completed. So my goal is to start filling in all this stuff and then work across and down maybe. So I'll work that out when it gets cord next time. I think this was my last one for whip go, but I'll be doing it again in September, but I'll explain that later. And then with my peppermint sale, I transferred it to pandemic, so I could work on that again. So if you watched my video last month, you would have seen that I was working on an Ocean's Adventure for my whip, and my goal was to do half of what was left over, but I didn't complete it all. It was a lot more than I thought it would be, so I decided if I had enough time in August to do it, I would stitch them all on it, which I did. So I have completed the Dolphin, besides it is back stitching now. I did the little fish, and I filled that in, so I do have a photo. I will add it in if I do. So I just got to add a few more stitches in there, and I think along here, and it's coming along very well. And I got, I think, one more time for whip going this one, but it will be also coming out this month as well. I decided that I wanted to stitch on something else, so I picked out one of my little ones, and it's Forever Friends. and that's what it looks like now, but not the light part, but like the dark brown down is what I did. So I'm just doing his feet at the moment and finishing off his hands. So I'm not sure when I'm going to bring him out again, but I just wanted to work on something different, and it's small, so that's what I did with that. So that's all I stitched for the month of August, so I'm quite pleased with that. Next month, or so this month, is going to be a lot more stitching. So as you've seen, I do make my own project bags, but I'll just make basic ones because I haven't been game to try the other fancy project bags everyone has. But I was watching, I think Elizabeth Ann can stitch. I think it was her or someone else. Oh, they're her and another one. So I made my own project bag. The others had vinyl at the front, and I didn't have any vinyl and I didn't want to get any. So these are little 2x2, 2.5 inch little squares, and then excuse me, I saw on another video they had 7 across, and then I think it was 5 down, but I end up putting 6 because the way they did it, they just put these on next to each other and iron it onto the interfacing and then stitch around. But I actually stitched these together, so they got a 1/4 inch seam allowance, so it wasn't long, so I had another row onto it. So I got my zipper, and I just have purple lining, purple fabric, so I use that for my lining, and I use that fabric for my back. And most of them, there's one you can you get that outer fabric and you make it, I think, 1 inch longer than your front. You sew your front on, and then you get the outing back lining and you turn it around and you make your binding out of it, so you don't have to use another fabric for binding, which I think Elizabeth Ann Stitch one used to does. So I didn't want to do that, so I did a French seam. I think that's what it's called, when you stitch out the front, turn it all inside out again, and then you turn it over, you then stitch there, and then you turn it back out, so it looks like that. So I haven't used it yet. I'm going to be using it for this month, but when I start a new project, so I'm going to see how these go and make some more similar. May try the binding or something different next time, but it's my first time trying to do it this way. With haul, I only bought one item for cross stitching. My plan was not to buy any more stuff because I've got enough stuff. I don't need any more cross stitching. Then I was at Spotlight and I saw this cutie, and he was on clearance for $20. I think he's normally like $55. So you get everything you need for it. Sorry about that, really sticky. Get your needle. Your floss are on cards already. I've got this in there, I'm not sure what that's for, because there's not much 24. It's got 24 in it, but because not much on that 24, so it must be extra. I've got my 14 count Ada. I won't show you too much, well, you can't really see, but you got the instructions and pattern. I'll just turn it around so you can't see the back. but it's quite a big pattern, so it is, you can see well, so I might copy it, and so I can use a working copy. So I got it. So this little guy, he's actually a Australian cattle dog, but he was so cute, and it was on sale for $20, and I just had to treat myself. So I'm not sure when I'm going to start that, because I like to finish up a few more projects or get a good chunk of it done before I start him again. And if I had him a bit earlier, I might have put in my ABC Ingo, which I'll explain to you a bit after. So that's all my cross stitching haul. What I'll do is I'll explain to you guys what I'm going to do for plans for September, and then I will show you what I've done for sewing. So my plans for Whip Go, or sorry, my plans for September are doing Whip Go, and Relax with Pepper came out, and Sampler Diamond came out. So I think that was 3, and should have wrote it down. So number 3 and number 22 were called out for Whip Go. So that's my plans on doing that. And then we've got ABC Ingo for the month. It's Caroline, Zook and Robin Hoare are the brainchilds of it. And I'll see if this will work. If not, I'll put a photo on. If I can find where, maybe I'll put it. So that is my plans. So it's A to Z. As you know, there's 26 letters in the alphabet, and there's only 25 boxes. So they took the letter H out. So then you work out what projects you got for what letter, and every day the number will be drawn out, so you know what you're going to stitch the next day. So I think today, sometime today, the draw for 1st of September letter will be drawn out, so we can work out what we're stitching for the 1st of September. So I'm basically trying to work on as many projects as I can, but there's a few I didn't have or fit, so I had some little freebies, and not freebie, oh, I had one, it was a freebie from one of the magazines. Another one, I'm going to be starting a couple new ones because I got them in my stash. I bought a pattern from a kit from Spotlight, so I'm going to start that. I had another little kit I'm going to start. I didn't have anything for you, so I was looking for what I had on my phone, and I found a Stitch for Ukraine piece that I like, so I going to stitch that, and there's a couple others, but you'll find out later in the month of September. So I personally don't know how I'm going to film that, if I'm just going to wait for the end of the month and film it, like show you everything I've stitched on, or maybe do a blog, maybe at the end of, on a Sunday, show you what I've done for that week, and then the next week follow it, and then just make it to one big video. But I'll work that out when it gets closer. So if you're only here for my cross stitching, that's all I have to show you and tell you what I've got plans. So thank you for popping in, and I'll see you next time. But if you want to see what I stitched, please hang around and I'll show you what I've done. So I stitched my project bag, which you've seen, but I also stitched a handbag for me. I've made one before, but wasn't big enough for what I needed, so I found this one. I will link the video down below of who did it. But yeah, so I bought this fabric knowing that I wanted to use it for my bag, and I bought that in this blushy colour because it matched really well. And then I got the hardware from AliExpress that came, and I'm still waiting for some hardware to come, but I needed some D-rings, so I got them from Spotlight. I had this like coffee colour brown zipper in my stash, so I used that. And then I just went and got this little charm from Spotlight just to add it on because it seemed to blend in to my bag, because it the zipper sort of sits down and it was getting hidden a bit and I couldn't see. So the front and the back is the same, there's no pockets or anything like that. You do have an adjustable handle, and inside it's just plain, so I haven't got my stuff in it, and you've got 2 pockets in there. Excuse me. They wanted, well, they suggested with the pockets you sew down here like a bit of a gap, so you could like put a thing for your pen, and then this would have been bigger, but I didn't want a pen gap, so I made mine I think this was 7 inches long, so I made like 3 and then 4 and just sewed it down. So it's got enough room. The pockets are, I think there's a little thing I made, I'm not sure I'll show you that. That's cute. It's big enough to fit what I need in there, so I really like it. And I think it just turned out a lot nicer than my other one, but that was my first one. So this is my 3rd actually purse I've made. I think my last video, the or the video before I showed you, I made a purse for my friend who left work. And another project I made myself another purse, so you can hear money in there. I think I made a purse, I've actually made 2 before, so this is my 3rd purse. I didn't quite like them, they're a bit bigger, and I saw this one, it's more what I was wanting. So you got a snap. I think they used a button one, but I didn't have buttons, so I just used what I have. So you got enough to hold 3 cards there, but I've got like double, so like double in some of them. Don't want to go like 2 cards and a bit of paper. So I've got 3 in there. I'm not sure if you wanted to. I'll find a card that doesn't have any of my personal info on it. Okay. Or maybe you could have, if you make this longer, could have maybe got enough to make a 4th slot. But you got 2 slip pockets in there, so you can put notes in there if you want, or paper. And then you got a little zipper at the top with lining inside. So I really like this one. So at this stage I'm not making any more purses because I found the one I like for now. But it's so, not saying that they're easy, but once you know how to do it, they are quite easy, so you can change your purse a bit more often than buying them if you've got enough fabric. Also, I made a laptop bag for my daughter. I will insert a video of that in here for you, because basically once she got it, I was able to hold it on long enough to take a video before it went bye-bye. So she really likes it, so I will insert that video in here for you guys now. Okay, so this is a laptop bag project that I made. I will link the video down below. The one they used had 4 different fabrics, but my daughter only wanted 2. So she got black and then like this, I think I'm not sure what colour you call it, for inside. So you have 3 pockets at the back, or slip pockets I mean. You've got like a bigger pocket down here, then you've got this pocket here with a zipper in it, and then you've got another pocket, yeah, sorry if you heard that, and then you've got this other pocket, so you can put in this because it's padded using like the foam. So if you want, you can put your laptop there because it's got that foam there as well. So I started that yesterday, the 28th of August, and I finished it today, the 29th of August. In the pattern they said to use webbing strap, but my daughter didn't like it, so I just got the black fabric and I made my own adjustable strap out of that, where she sees adjustable. So now I'm going to give it to her. So yeah, that's the bag I made. I will link that video down below as well. Some parts of it is a bit fiddly to do, but yeah, I got there in the end and she likes it, so that's what counts the most, especially for a 13.5-year-old. We all know how picky they can be. So her friends like it, but I told her that no, I'm not making them any of a bag. So that is all I have sewn in August as well. Hopefully I'll get back to my quilt and finish that off, and I'll be able to show you that quilt as well. So that's all I have to show you in this video for what I've done in August. Next month it'll be a lot more involved because I'll be stitching a lot more, and yeah, so until I see you next month, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.